Hey yo, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to check out an awesome delivery of both fish and also coral. Alright, thank you for joining me on yet another episode of Parker's Reefs, and as touched on in the intro, today I'm going to be at ground zero right there at my local fish shop when Dave and Blake unboxed two huge separate deliveries, the first one for coral and the second one for fish. And then I'm going to mic Blake up to take us through all of the coral that's in store, and then switch over, or pass the baton if you will, over to Dave to take us around the shop and have a look at all the fish. And let me tell you, both of these guys have got so much passion, energy and knowledge in this hobby that it is such a treat to be able to mic them up and get them to take us through, show us all of the beautiful stock they have. So without any further ado, let's roll the footage and head on up to Deer Park Aquarium. I get there just in time as that first delivery is getting unboxed, and then we'll see when Dave rolls in with those fish. Let's go check it out. Alright, as you can see, I rolled into the store right on time because Blake is here unloading the first of those two deliveries. This one, the juicy corals. Let's go mic him up now and see what he has. Alright Blake, perhaps while Dave is off doing yet another airport run getting yet more stock.
More stock? More stock.
We could possibly take an opportunity to have a look at the coral you've got in, because I know there's a little bit more coral to come, but the majority of it is in the tanks now, and to be fair, I've had a quick look around and it's looking pretty good, so I reckon it's a good opportunity for us to go through and have a look at what you got in.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for stopping in, Sam.
Always, mate. Love being here.
We'll have a quick look. So we start at our $35 tank. This is our cheapest area. Most of them are frags, but there's great buys in here. We've got a bunch of different SBS up the top. They're all fragged here as well.
Ah, right, okay, so you guys frag these here. I was under the impression maybe you got those frags already.
No, so we used to, but now, because yeah, out the back, I've got out the back now, so it's...
You've got yourself set up with a fragging station and some tanks out there, and you're able to frag these SBS and just sort of reduce that impact, I guess, on the ocean, but also keep a nice little supply of stuff here, particularly at a cheaper price point.
Yeah, pretty much, and it means we can make them cheaper, so it's good.
Bonus.
But yeah, down the bottom we've got pieces as well. We've got some hammers, we've got lobos, some interesting wild zoanthids.
Definitely. And what I actually saw you with this piece just before it came out of the box, and you suspected there was something up with it, so you gave it a dip and discovered it had a little boring muscle in it. So
yes,
cut him up, running through all the dips, got that boring muscle out, discarded the piece with the big, massive hole through the middle of it.
Yes.
And that hammer now becomes available at a cheaper price point and a smaller piece.
Yeah, exactly. But it will bounce back and it will open up again hopefully by tomorrow, and it'll be as good as new.
Beautiful, beautiful.
But yeah, down the bottom we've got some clearance wild SBS.
Yep.
So this is just some left over from a couple of weeks ago when we get the wild SBS orders in. They do brown out, but they will colour back up.
They'll colour back up. You've had to move some down here because you've got even more SBS.
Yeah, we got even more now.
We'll get to shortly, but you had to make some room. So the colour, or the pieces that had browned out the most, you've brought down here.
Yeah, but
super cheap.
They will colour up, and they're $35 for a colony. Like they're massive.
35 Australian dollars for. Well, let's have a look. Like you can see, this is not egg crate, by the way. These are not 1 centimetre cubes. Like I've got a big hand, and they're fist-sized pieces. $35 Australian.
We've got a bunch of zoas back in. Again, most of the zoas are aquacultured here.
Beautiful.
So they're starting to grow for me a lot faster now, so I've brought some out.
Excellent.
Got some candy canes, nice little favia.
Beautiful.
But yeah,
nice Monty in there as well. But I will say the diversity of zoas that you're getting in these $35 systems is getting better and better each week. You're just sort of picking another one from the wild collection or from a piece you traded in with a customer or whatnot, and start fragging them out. And
yeah, pretty much. It's just honestly the biggest, like there's heaps of different sorts out the back. Biggest thing with me though is just I want them to be full. I don't want to just have one polyp on a tile.
You want the tile completely covered.
So yeah, I want them to get a decent size before bringing them out.
Fair call too. Oh, they look great.
Yeah. And then moving on to this side, we've got our $60 aisle. we call it, or 3 for 150.
So that's, you've got all 4 of these systems
Yes.
will come in at $60 each, and you can pick from any one of these 4 tanks.
Anyone,
to
as
make
well
your
as sometimes there's even an extra 60 at the other end, and sometimes, if that's marked as 60, you can pick and mix to whoever.
Beautiful.
But yeah, up the top we've got a bunch of Chalice. For some reason, Chalice isn't selling. It should sell. It's beautiful.
There's some pretty nice Chalice in here, I've got to say. They look great.
Yeah, there's some stunning ones, but hopefully the what do we call it? Like the fad of Chalice comes back.
The Chalice trend will
yeah,
come back
the trend. Thank you. The trend.
Come on, Blake. You look like a guy who knows all about trends.
Oh, all the trends. No.
But it's not just, I mean, you've got nice Chalice in here that, for whatever reason, we can't sell. But you've also got something you don't see all that often, and that's the toxic green pallies.
Yes.
I know some people hate, but a lot of people love.
Yeah.
Near impossible to kill, super bright, big head pally.
Yeah,
They look a treat.
they're super easy. Like they will take over your tank if given the chance.
Yes.
But you know, in like a soft coral tank or even like a fish only tank, you just want some spots of colour.
Something
They'll
just to break up the rock. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. A treat.
But yeah, we've got a couple of them. There's one there, and then there's one in this tank as well.
Nice. Got some nice Lobos in too. This guy's got some great colour. Nice colour on that one too. Nice banding on this one for $60 price point. Can't go too wrong. And just before Blake rolls on to the next $60 coral tank, I thought we'd pause and get the DSLR out to have a good look at some of these Lobos from the top down. And it is something I will do whenever we see some nice coral, because there's way too much beauty and colour to be left in the tank without a top-down view.
We've got a sea of flower pot or alveos. Bunch of them. A lot of them did just get unpacked, so they're still opening up.
Of course.
But yeah, some small elegance.
Beautiful.
We've got some bubble corals, again more wilds, candy canes, some
Nice
hammers.
at that $60 price point.
Yeah, and $60 we've got some nice plate corals up the top.
Oh, they are pretty. I'll be sure to get some DSLR footage of those so you can really see the yellow polyps on the orange base. Look a treat.
Stunning, nice standout.
Okay, and as promised, here is some of that DSLR footage of those beautiful fungias, as well as some of my other favourite corals in this tank. This Cinaria is very nice indeed, and then down here on the base, these elegants at $60 Australian are very, very nice indeed. Some beautiful pieces in there, and these bubbles don't go too bad either. We'll cross back to Blake and see what else he's found in the other $60 tanks right now.
This side is more softies at the moment.
Yep.
So we've got some awesome toadstools that are going to open up and be super toxic, which I'm keen to see about.
Super bright polyps on that guy. And what about this Gorgonian? I believe there's a little bit of a story behind this monster Gorgonian.
Yeah, it's massive. Well, it's not really a story. We're unboxing this morning.
You say it's not a story.
And yeah, it was really big. We normally get them like half or a third that size.
Yeah. That's one piece.
That's one. And I was gonna put it in a more expensive tank, and Dave told me no. So
if you need a now this is the Gorgonian that's the easier to keep variety.
Yes.
Yep. So it's not the one that you need to give constant feed
so
of Fido.
Photosynthetic, they're fine with light and normal water chemistry.
Yeah, nice.
They're really easy to keep, and they're beautiful in a tank.
Stunning. Give a really nice contrast against the other corals in your tank. And this one's, well, it's a bit over a foot.
Yeah.
It's a monster piece, and it's $60.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bargain.
Absolute bargain.
We've got some Helios up the top, as well as some Acans.
Yeah,
some little button scullies too.
Good to see some button scullies in. I know they became really popular overseas, so we didn't see them on the Australian market as much.
Yeah, they're starting to come back, so it's good.
And I love this just assortment of these random softies down here too. This, like, look at the colour on this guy here.
He's thistle coral. Looks
really
cool.
Very nice.
Super nice. And then in this one, we've got a bunch. It's an assortment, right? There's corals everywhere. They're a bit overfull.
The tanks are pretty full. That's
but yeah, we've got gonies. There's some star polyp. There's morphs, redactus, recordias, maze corals.
The morphs in here are super, super nice too. They're not your standard. Well, there are some standard green ones back here.
Yep.
But have a look at the golds. You've got fluffy greens, or is that even a recordia? No, that's a fluffy green. That one's a recordia. The orange spots.
And they're not per polyp either. It's $60 for the rock.
For the rock,
so
yeah.
whatever is on that piece, it's $60. Whether it's 3, 4, 2,
Very nice.
doesn't matter. Up the top, we got some torches. We got frog spawns, hammers. We even got some fremmers.
Very nice. I love this piece here. I'm not sure if it's a bower banky or something like that, but it looks super, super cool. And this weird blob of a coral next to it's another one we might need to interrogate Dave on what the scientific term of that one is, but
Yeah.
we'll go with weird blob of a coral for now. And I also love this slightly bleached out but crazy looking helio that with the flow off currently just looks like it's
Just a mop head.
Yeah.
It's just drying. just a mop head.
Rastafarian mop
But,
head.
yeah.
Alright, here is the last of what I'll call the single note tanks at $60 a piece. These are still super, super affordable. And I've got to say, I think Blake has kept the best for last in these systems because there's some very, very nice pieces at that price point. Check out this frammer here. It doesn't know if it wants to be a torch, a frog spawn, a hammer. It's got all sorts going on in there. Then you get onto some other more traditional frog spawns, but really good polyp extensions on them. Another one here that's a little bit on the verge of being a hammer and a frog spawn and a torch. Onto some dedicated torches here, and there's some nice options in there, including this nice sort of yellow tip and peach tip up the back there. You get onto some nice small Euphilia frags with some hammers here. Yes, they're mostly green, but they're beautiful health, and they've got quite a nice colour of green to them as well. So all looks pretty good there. There is one there that Blake had just cut up and dipped, so he's a little bit closed up, obviously. And then we get onto my favourite piece in this tank here, this bower banky. I'm pretty sure it's a bower banky anyway. Has stunning colour to it for $60 Australian. And then coming across to this technical term of a blob of a coral here. I have no idea what that one is, but interesting piece nonetheless. Some very nice blastos up there too, and then down on the base you get into a whole world of wild collected goni in here. And I got to say, these guys have opened up nice and quickly as well, so there's some beautiful pieces. Have a look at that big one at the back there. Onto some star polyps, which is another super hardy, easy to keep coral that a lot of people are chasing. And then we get a good look at these morphs, where things get really interesting again for that $60 per rock price point. Very nice pieces, even some recordias in there at that price, which is very, very nice to see in today's day and age where everything seems to be getting more expensive.
All right, and then on this side, so this is 120 tanks. So this side and 3 for 300. So again, we have had an influx of hammers, frog spawns.
Some crazy nice hammers and frog spawns too, I will say.
Yep.
Some
I
nice
actually
pieces.
love the one in the back corner.
The pinky gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It's good size, that one.
Yeah,
I know you
like,
had
it's
few
massive.
in that size. I quite like the interesting shape of this mint one next to it. And you got some model canary there. Very nice. Big frog spawns. This toxic frog spawns, nice.
Yep.
And then, yeah, more big pink guys down the bottom.
Yep, some more button scrollies.
Yeah, some primo button scollies. And then, speaking of primo, the pretty primo looking elegance in the corner there too. That thing is crazy nice with the sort of almost the frosted center and the translucent tentacles. Looks a treat. Very nice piece. Alright, let's get the DSLR out and try to get a little bit further away from these hammers because they are so happy and healthy. They're almost breaching the surface of the water, which makes it really difficult for me to get the DSLR on them. But we'll get onto some of these smaller pieces here and have a look at this toxic model here. This is a showpiece hammer. So bright, those green on it, even a hint of yellow with the purple splashes through it. Another one back there with a similar sort of coloration to it. Great extension on the polyps on it too. Nice solid green there. Another model in here. So many nice high-end hammer frags. That solid green looks an absolute treat. Heading on through the reverse, the ultra reverse there onto a frog spawn here with great extension too. Look at it just jiggling in the little bit of flow created from the top-down tube of the DSLR. Crazy nice health on these hammers, and just want to come back to have another look at this model back here because it made me lick my lips a little bit. I could just about find room for that in my hammer garden, but we'll keep the show rolling because I'm here to film the corals, not take the corals. So we'll pan across past those frog spawns there. Got a nice sort of light green coloured, or maybe blue depending on your spectrum of colour in your eyeballs, onto a nice sort of, I'll call it a B grade gold there. It's got some nice colour to it though. Onto a another nice frog spawn again. Geez, they've got some great frog spawns in at the moment. Real toxic green to them. How about this nice jelly bean shaped pink and gold there? That's got beautiful shape to it. Down onto the base though, I want to have a look at some of the pieces down here because there are some nice lobos. You got, oh, that chalice is quite nice. That purple and green chalice. Blastos there, some more chalice. I believe there is some more hammers along here somewhere too, and then maybe even a nice elegance at the end, but big chalice on the base there, nice hammer there, that's a good size pink and gold piece there, another big pink and gold piece up behind it, and then what else can we find? Oh, that's right, the button scollies, yeah, there's some nice button scollies. Like I said, we don't see a lot of them anymore, which is a shame. Some nice red cynarias there, another one in the corner, which looks probably the pick of the two, if I'm being honest. And then if we go up the back left corner, we'll see that nice elegance with that frosted center and those translucent yellow frills on it, which I really, really like. Very nice indeed.
And we got Dash.
Dash,
Again,
we haven't had Dash for a while.
Haven't had it for a while, but there's an absolute stunner.
Yeah, this bright green guy is nice, eh?
Even though the snails are in the road right now.
Even the trochus love it.
Yeah. But yeah, for 120 bucks, that's a bargain.
It's a nice piece.
More elegance.
Big elegance too. These guys are still getting their elbows out.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this big piece here, massive.
Yeah.
Nice assortment too. Like you got, yeah, sort of frosted center with dark splashes. Your traditional striped green center with the purple tentacles.
Yeah.
Nice contrasting pieces.
Yeah, they're stunning. Got Blastos, some acans, some modelled bubbles.
Beautiful.
Nice couple of ricks there.
Yeah.
Big pectinia.
Very nice. And these look like some Wilsoni.
Yeah, Wilsonis.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Something very unique to this, well, I say this part of the world, to this country anyway.
This country.
Western Australia is about as far away from where we are as almost anywhere else in the world, but it is still part of Australia. It's it is part of our country. Just it's a 3-day drive from here.
Yeah, no one really goes there, but no, joke.
WA is lovely to all our WA viewers.
Yeah.
Alright, just to stop Blake from insulting any of our WA viewers, let's get the DSLR out and have a close look at these corals. And here are these WA Wilsonis. Beautiful pieces. Like I said, they are only found in that part of the world, which is really, really cool. Got some other nice pieces up here too. This pectinia you're about to take a look at is cray. But firstly, let's have a look at this nice fluffy morph. And here we get to this pectinia that's, dare I say, almost a marbled pectinia. It doesn't know if it wants to be a chalice or a pectinia. I love it. Heading on down, we've got this nice acan, or is that a Wilsoni actually? I take that back. Onto a nice goni here. This one's got a nice little yellow eye to it, which looks quite nice. Onto a type of blasto, I'm pretty sure this is. It's a really tightly knitted blasto, and then onto your more traditional blasto there. Traditional colours on that one, and then one up the back here that's a solid orange with sort of like a green eye. Super intriguing there. A little combo blasto rock there. Another variety of blastos, good numbers of blastos in at the moment. Heading on down into a couple of nice recordia. That one on the right in particular has got some nice sort of coloured veins through it. I like that a lot. Some more of these blastos that are the really sort of different type. Got a nice acan there, another nice acan. In fact, this one up behind it's probably even better. Look at the colours on that. Very, very nice. Can be difficult to keep the colours though. They all tend to turn red if you've got your trace elements out of whack. But speaking of out of whack, how about these beautiful bubble frags here? Really nice toxic model bubble frags looking a treat. Heading down to the base, you've got another grape bubble coral there. Onto some nice elegance, nice pink tips on these pieces here. Really contrast against the minty green body very, very nicely. Onto one of those frosted centers, you got pink tips, purple tips, all sorts going on there, looking very, very nice indeed. In fact, man, this ocean of elegance just keeps on going. There's more and more of them. So many nice elegance in there. Beautiful fungia here, nice yellow polyps on the orange base, down to some cinaria, and then onto some desh. And I think the desh just get better and better. Heading up to this toxic green one up the end, which I think is probably the pick of the bunch. Stunning.
Then we got our $45 tank. So this is all our SPS.
Yep.
So they're just a bit smaller colonies than we normally get, hence the price, but some of the colours in there are insane.
You got a lot of pieces in there.
Yeah.
You've gone, normally you only go 2 deep on the rack. You've
Yeah.
gone 3, almost 4 deep in some spots there. And no shortage of pieces, and there's still some big pieces in here.
Yeah.
And then you got some other smaller pieces in there, but a nice variety. Nice little yellow up there. Get some nice hairy pieces in there. Smooth skins, yellows, greens, blues.
Anything you could want.
In fact, even some stylo too, which is I think I was talking about on one of the lives at Saturday morning live walkthroughs we do at Deer Park Aquarium, saying I haven't seen stylo for a long time, and you got a cheap piece of it available there. So that's
there's actually another one there.
Beautiful.
It's 2. Come grab them.
Who doesn't love a bit of stylo? But okay, you know I had to get the DSLR out to have a top-down view of these SPS, because even though these are not the most premium SPS in store, there are some absolute crackerjack pieces in here. So buckle yourself in. This will be a couple of minutes worth of DSLR footage. Hopefully you enjoy it. Check out this nice highlighter yellow there. Nice piece next to it. We'll get to that one in a second, because up the back here is one that's darkened out a little bit but looks alright. Interesting shape of that green one there. And oh, look, we've got ourselves a cute little acro crab in there. Loved getting to see them. You know that piece is going to stay nice and healthy with that watchdog there, keeping a good close eye on it. Great polyp extension on some of these pieces here. Good solid toxic green there. That is green on green, and it looks nice. As they say, green is nice if you've ever seen the old Australian movie Running on Empty. But stop showing my age. Have a look at that nice piece there. Great polyp extension. You get a nice, that looks like maybe a strawberry shortcake. If not, it's got shortcake colours with the pinks and greens in it. Some more toxic greens there. What's this one here? Look at that. Nice polyps on that. Beautiful pink polyps on it. Onto this piece here. I can't remember the species of it, but I know it is super hardy to keep. So if you're looking to dip your toe into the water of SPS, look no further. We got a nice piece for you right there. Heading up the back, you got a nice another green acro there. What else can we find? Some more greens. There's a lot of greens and purples in here, to be fair, but bear in mind these are $45 Australian a piece, which is about as cheap as it gets. And I've got to say, they are nice and healthy pieces despite being in store now for a few weeks. And remember, when you get wild SPS, they do tend to brown out before colouring back up. So if you can get a piece that's already gone through that process and it's colouring back up, you're already ahead of the game. And these pieces are looking fantastic. This one at the back here, look at those two next to each other. You got the bright green, you got that nice purple piece there. Great contrast. Onto a bit of that stylo that Blake was talking about. I love to see stylo. Don't see enough of it anymore, and it's such a unique growth pattern and shape to it. I want to see more SPS tanks with stylo, and maybe I need to put my hand up and be one of the first. So, well, not one of the first. Heaps of people have got stylo, but it's just not as common as it used to be. This piece here is nice with the pink and green and the white polyps on it. And then right up in the back corner here, before we go down to the base, this smooth skin green has got all sorts of weird growth patterns going on with it. I don't know what the go is there, but interesting nonetheless. All right, onto the pieces on the base here. Let's have a look. Ooh, I like this deep purple piece here. Wow. We could come up with a name for that. Smoke on the Water would be a good name, but again, showing my age. We'll keep on rolling. That one's there. It's still browned out a bit. He'll come good though, no doubt. You see a bristle-tooth tango down underneath there, making sure these pieces are kept nice and clean. Onto a few different Monty options here. You've got all sorts of Monty in here. This nice... it could be a rainbow Monty, it could be chili pepper. Either way, the one of the red polyps looks pretty good. There's plenty of that orangey Danae sort of Monty going on there. Some nice, there's some green Monty there. You got there's some chili pepper Monty up the back there. You got some nice Millie Spath there. Another highlighter yellow there. This little piece there has got some reds and blues and all sorts going through it. Some more deep purple there, and that one in the bottom left there looks quite nice. You got a highlighter yellow there. You got, that's almost purple stylo there. That's interesting. That little slither there is very nice. The blues, the pinks on it, very good. There's definitely some more stylo there. That could be coming home with me. It's a nice looking piece. I like it. Nice sort of mustardy yellow piece there. Great polyps on it. Some more of that purple and green, and then some solid green to round some things out. Beautiful SPS. Let's see what else Blake can find us. But you do have some primo, fresh delivered SPS in as well, and there's some pretty crazy looking pieces in here, I must say. From the super bright yellow piece here, I don't think it's a tenuous, but some sort of acro that is yellow. And don't worry, I will get top-down footage of that because it's hectic. This blue lightning bolt sort of piece. I'm not sure if it's like a thin stag or what, but it's very wide branching, not super thick. Then you come down to some ridiculously nice pieces. I'll sort of try to go through them one at a time. And then you get some Fuego here with your purple, pink, yellow. Got this semi-smooth skin bluey purple there. There's two pieces of this, and that's probably my favorite. You got that And that there, this wild, smooth skin, strange shape. Hopefully someone out there knows what species that is, because I don't.
The growth pattern's really cool.
Never seen it before, let alone know what it is. And as you say, yeah, the growth pattern's cool, and it's got these tiny little polyps right on the end. Absolutely love it. Super bluey purple, maybe Robusta. I'm not sure what species is. Something chunky anyway.
Yep.
And this tangerine piece here, crazy nice colours on it. They just keep going. Massive. Look at the pink tips on that. Huge piece there. Got strawberry shortcakes. You got blue tenuous there. That's before you get to the top rack where you've got even more. You've got more smooth skins, more tabling pieces, echinatas. This, I'm going to say that's tabling. It's just sort of netted in. Traditional blue and white echinata. This really nice coloured piece here. It's an orange sort of colour. Almost like a boysenberry up there. That's if it's a strawberry shortcake, it's a little bit more blue and yellow than pink and yellow, which is cool. Nice highlight of yellow there, but man, that yellow piece is bright. In short, pretty hectic SBS as always.
Some stunning SBS. we're very lucky. We get amazing SBS. A lot of shops do in Australia. It's great.
It's something that even like these are the premium pieces, premium colour, premium size, and they're still $80 a piece.
Yeah.
Or 3 for 200 Australian, which with the current exchange rate to American dollars is pretty favourable if. Pretty favourable if you're on the American side of things, not so much if you're on the Australian side. Not a lot of US greenbacks, put it that way. Alright, here we go, the DSLR top down of my favourite part of the shop, the Fresh Ultra SBS. And look at the polyp extension out on these pieces already. They've been out of the box, out of the bag, and in the tank for about, at this stage, probably about 45 minutes, and they are already loving life. It's a great thing to see. You've got some nice echinata there. Heading up the back to this that I called the sort of netted or matted piece. It's like a tabling, but it's sort of all grows into each other, and you see all those little polyps out glistening in the light. Absolute joy to see. This piece here has some interesting colour. It's got a tendency to have a little bit of peach or orange in there. I'd love to see if we can saturate that one up a little bit in a tank condition and really get those colours popping. Got a nice traditional echinata there. It's nice to see some of those coming back out into the hobby again now, at least here in Australia. This is another one of those pieces that has a little hint of orange in it, and again, great polyp extension. Up the back to the piece that I called the boysenberry, because it's kind of strawberry shortcake-ish, but it's almost teal and purple rather than green and pink, which is interesting to see. Hint of yellow through it too, which is nice. Speaking of yellow, this one here is sort of a mellow yellow. It's got a lemon lime colour to it. Plenty going on there. Heading on down here, what do we got? We've got a nice sort of blue stag here. I think that's a stag. It's a big sort of wide branching blue coloured piece either way, so let's go with stag. And then coming across here to be fair, was probably the brightest piece of the bunch, and yeah, it's bright. That yellow acro there is covered in polyps too. Look at all those little polyps covering every square millimetre of surface on that thing. Beautiful piece. I'm sure that will get snapped up very, very quickly. Got a nice solid yellow there. Interesting growth pattern on that one too. It's going up and outwards. Got a big purple Monty there. That's always nice to see. And then we've got this other sort of fine stag. I used to know the species of this. It has left me right now. I'm sure someone out there will tell me. This piece down the bottom here, I quite like that. That's the one I called a semi-smooth skin. It's looking closer. It's not a smooth skin at all, but it's nice. Fuego, always delicious. Pink, purple, yellow. And then you get onto the first of those two smooth skin pieces that really caught my attention. They don't look quite as yellow here from the top down, but still super, super nice. How about the green and purple on that piece there? Purple growth tips looks very nice indeed. Onto this piece that is not a Robusta. I reckon my species identifications are about 60% correct today, but it's a big chunky piece like a Robusta. Have a look at this one. This is the one that Blake pointed out, and I've got to say, it's got the richest colours of the lot there. Really, really bright colours on it. More of that smooth skin. I just love the way it's a completely different shape of polyps. Here is I'm going to call this a strawberry shortcake. Has sort of a whitey polyp though, but man, they're rich colours on that one. Prepare for that one to brown out a little bit if it is a strawberry shortcake, but it will come back better than ever before. Let's see what else we can find here. A couple more pieces to round out this tank. Have a look at this nice mauvey red piece down there. Looks like another tabling piece. Got a nice pink and green piece there. Could be strawberry shortcake. And then you got that blue tenuous, which looks very nice. I think that's a tenuous, but man, my identifications are all over the place today. But what I can tell you is these are some stunning SPS. And there is a couple of nice strawberry shortcakes to round things out. Let's see what Blake's up to in the next tank. Some nice pieces in there, but you've got even more at the end here, Blake. And
even more.
Sort of primo tanks. Take us through what you've got in here.
Very overstocked. I think I might just take this and put it in my, no. Yeah, so in here again, we've got some more hammers, frog spawns. These are more like the A grades or
big
pieces.
Crazy cool pieces.
Yeah, some stunning.
This frog spawn here has just got like just a purple wedge in it.
Yeah, so it's actually, it's two heads.
Yeah, right, okay, so it's a purple head and
purple head and then a nice like...
basically Holy Grail head.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you've got
really
the sort of traditional Holy Grail, or do the rabbit ears there next to it. You've got some of the big, bright, traditional froggies up there. You've got gold froggies, you've got gold with blue hint froggies. You've got traditional reverse froggies. Then we go hammers, golds, pinks, models. And then we get down to the base where... what a quartet of elegance this is. In fact, no, there is four. I thought
there's four.
I had to count my fingers then. I went, yeah, I've still got a thumb left. You got this guy here, which has got pink tips, pretty traditional colours. This guy with the dark sort of centre with the bright yellow growth ring, I'll say that. Well, at least the outer ring is bright yellow. Go on to my favourite sort of style, the frosted ones.
That's my favourite.
Just to get that sort of white contrast in there is really, really cool, and a really nice colour tips on it. And then you go to a full solid toxic yellow there with blue tips.
Yeah, and these are all squished in, so if you give them some space, they don't open up.
They're going to be big showpieces. Yeah.
The skeleton of them is pretty, it's pretty big.
It's a big piece. I say to get the quartet, you get 3 for 500, but you can keep going with the discount on all 4 pieces. But you're going to need a fair bit of...
you don't need a lot of room.
You're going to need a lot of room for the elegance. So you don't want to squash them up like we have here.
No.
We've got a nice variety of bubbles too.
Yeah, nice green and then a mottled.
Yeah, the mottled in the grape size bubble and then the traditional big bubble. This Sinari is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's mine and Dad's favourite at the moment. And it's just got a little slice of like yellow. You'll see it in the top down.
Yeah,
and
I'll be sure to get the top down footage. We'll have a look with
really
this camera
nice.
now, but we will get DSLR footage of that to just see the true colour of it. Yeah. Just a unique colour. It's quite unusual.
Yep. We've got some scullies.
Yep.
Nice green with a gold. Hopefully the gold shows up.
Yeah.
In the back corner.
DSLR to really highlight that. And that's a big rainbow acan in there too.
Yeah.
Super nice piece.
Yep. $200.
Just a casual longfin clown swimming by, but... Alright, I was almost not going to show this DSLR footage because some of these frog spawns get ridiculously close to the camera, and I apologise in advance if it is seasick inducing, but I just could not exclude the footage because it is a candy shop in this tank. These frog spawns have absolutely given me an appreciation for frog spawns that just was not there before. The variety, the colour, and some of these Holy Grail style ones are just ridiculous. Have a look at the colours. Look at them just jiggling there and a little bit of flow from the top-down tube swaying the water around. I love that one with the 2 heads on it. Super, super nice. And I got to say, those are first couple in this tank, those gold ones and the goldy blue, absolutely stunning. And then you've got just your traditional toxic greens there as well. Moving on to some hammers, which showcase some of the variety of golds and rose golds that the team have got in at the moment. This one here is probably a little bit more of just a straight up gold, but very nice piece nonetheless. You come across onto a green with a little bit of model through it here, not a heap of model. There's a bit more there, but there are probably some nicer models to come if we can stay tuned for that. Another assortment of golds there. That one's got a sort of a green base with a gold on it. More frog spawns, believe it or not. So many delicious frog spawns in at the moment. Here is your traditional ultra reverse frog spawn, which it's got the green base with the purple tips on it. You come across to this one here, another sort of green stemmed gold there. Nice to be able to see that with the flow off. You can actually see the polyps draped out, and Get to see that green base. There is another one of those bright toxic froggies there. Another hammer. Like I said, this is a little seasick inducing this top shelf, but we will get to the base in a second. Speaking of gold though, have a look at that nice gold hammer there. That is a stunner. Down on the base you'll get a little bit better view of things without feeling like the coral is in your face, and we might kick things off with these elegants down here because man, these are some nice big showpiece elegants, and they're all smooshed in there together. Look at them all, beautiful pieces. I love that dark with the toxic growth ring. Then you got the mint one there. Then you got the solid toxic, bright tips on it. Absolutely gorgeous piece. That's going to be a showstopper in someone's tank, and it is a big piece. Bear in mind you're going to need a lot of room for it. Hitting onto a nice toxic grape there with a model, and then you go up the top to the non-grape style of the bubble. That one's there, got that nice sort of vein through the bubbles, gives it a real cool sort of brain-esque look. Here's Blake's Cinaria, which has got a nice little colour variation on it, of course. Got some nice acans there, a couple of different varieties of acans, another one down the base there. It's got all sorts of colours in it. Then we get onto these scollies, including, if we pan up a little bit, we'll see the one that Blake refers to with that gold rim on it. Very nice indeed. Let's check out the final coral tank now.
We've got even more pieces into the final coral system. Well, I say final coral system. Maybe before we get to that, you do have some spillover in here, and you've got even more spillover out the back that you're fragging away at. But
Yes.
tell me about this massive bommy in here.
Yeah, so if anyone with a big softy tank wants a massive toadstool and some fluffy morphs, come and see us, because I want it gone, and I'll do you a better deal than that too.
Even better than that, wow.
But yeah, at the moment it's $250 and it's an instant bombing. It's instant. You got somewhere in your tank, just
Massive
whack it in.
toadstool, heaps of fluffy morphs.
And again, it's going to open a lot bigger. It's suffocated by the
Of course, yeah.
by the tank.
And it's got a jumbo frogfish jumping all over it.
Yeah, yeah.
But back to the A grade or export grade or ultra grade, whatever you want to call it. The top of the top primo corals. What do we got in this tank this week?
Yeah, so as usual, still got a bunch of the Goni frags.
Yep.
Again, all of them are from here. We've cut them up and grown them.
Beautiful.
A bunch of those.
What do we got? Red glitters, purple glitters, OG glitters,
Yep.
tequila sunrise. You'd almost think I know my Gonies, but I was cheating. They are listed.
A bunch, an assortment of different like rose gold and orange hammers. They're all slightly different to each other, but they're stunning. I love this one.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's got the green on the inside.
Yeah, a little bit of modelling going on in there. All gold hammers, but all slightly different.
Yeah. Beautiful dash down the bottom. Another stunning elegance.
Yeah, that's another one of those ones with that dark patch in the middle. It just gives massive contrast.
And then my favourite of the whole order so far is this Pectinia.
It is a crazy nice local Pectinia.
Yeah.
Like, this is an
Beautiful
Australian collected
yellow
Pectinia.
and green.
It's got crazy nice colours and a good size, good shape, good health. But I got to say, if that's your favourite of this week's order, I think this is probably my favourite.
Yeah, the Helio.
This Helio. On first glance, you're like, yeah, it's a bright green Helio. But then when you get a closer look at it, and I'll be sure to get the top-down footage for you so you can have a real good look at it, the yellow through it is hectic. Really, really nice. A green and gold Helio, as stunning as it gets.
Definitely one of a kind. It is cool.
Very nice. Then we
But
got some
I'm a
nice.
sucker for Pectinia.
Well, they're both the same price, $200 a piece. So, you know, they come in level peggings there. But I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So maybe buy both, Blake.
Oh, okay. Twisted my arm. You have till Monday. If they're still here, they're gone.
There's some nice couple of different reds and pink sconies, some nice trackies, and some nice chalice to round things out.
Yeah.
All in all, a pretty chock-a-block coral delivery this week.
Yeah, there was a lot. And Dave's about to turn up with some more. I don't know where I'm going to put it.
Thankfully, this delivery where he's just literally walking in the door now is mostly fish.
It's mostly fish. I think there's still a couple boxes to come. But, you know, we'll have to see on the weekend.
Nice. I appreciate your time, Blake. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Sam.
And no sooner had I finished interviewing Blake about this week's coral delivery, Dave rolls in with some of the first of the boxes of the fish delivery, and this is only fish delivery number 1, I should say. But I thought I would get a little bit of behind the scenes footage of the unboxing, and then what we'll do is we'll get Dave mic'd up and get him to take us through all of the fish that have come in. But I really wanted to try and capture some of the excitement that I feel, at least, during an unboxing event, because it's kind of like a lucky dip. You can see Blake pulling some fish out of the, or grabbing a bag out and seeing what's in there, because if you're not actually aware, the way the system sort of works here is your wholesalers come up with a list of fish they have available. They send those lists out to all of the stores in their, all of their customers. Stores then say what they want from that list, but obviously if they've got one particular fish in, they put that on the list, send it out to various people. Not everyone can get that same fish. So you sort of put in your order and then you see what you get when you open up the box, which is pretty novel to me as a customer, not knowing what you're going to get. But you can see here there's all sorts of treasures coming out of the box, and Blake's got a beautiful chorus wrasse here, a monster of a chorus wrasse, and then a equally monstrous dragon wrasse there. So there's some really unique fish in this delivery, and I am very excited to get Dave mic'd up and taking us through. Look at this big trigger in there. This guy's a beast. Blake can barely hold that bag up. Dave's holding a bicolor blenny here, almost like it's a firstborn child. Very, very delicate with it. And moving on through the boxes, Blake's got something else for us here. What's he got? This is some inverts. These look like some sea hares. We'll be sure to check those ones out a little bit later. So it's not just fish in here, which is interesting. Dave's got a bag of what looks like an orange spot filefish. We're going to have to touch base with him on that one a little bit later. And then, some nice coral safe angels, just to contrast that orange spot filefish. And Blake's got... yes, there are those orange spot filefish, cool to see. And to take a look at the last couple of fish Dave's going to pull out of the box before we mic him up for the full tour. Beautiful regal angel, and then lucky last is a fish I've been waiting for a little while. This is a red speckled sand perch. Super, super cool. Let's go chat with Dave now.
Dave, you've just been unboxing a whole heap of fish.
It's been a long day.
Keeping busy as always. Any chance you can take us through some of the stuff you got in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
All right, in the first few tanks here, we got the tang gang.
Definitely a few tangs going on in there.
Some really large scopaz, plenty of different size lipstick tangs, a couple of sail fins.
Beautiful. And those scopaz are they're fully grown, yeah. That's about
the big guy in the back is about it. Yep.
Yeah, that's
sort of DVD with a tail.
Beautiful fish. And these guys came from these scopaz came from Cairns Marine.
Scopaz are Cairns Marine. So there's a mixture of Cairns Marine and monsoon fish in there at the moment.
Okay. Yep.
They've all just gone in the last couple of hours.
Yeah.
Some of them in the last couple of minutes. So
they're still all settling in. But
yep.
Well, I mean, if they came from Cairns Marine or even from monsoon, I'm guessing that means they're obviously a fish that can be locally caught.
Yeah, Aussie fish,
Yep.
coast of Queensland, up north, Cairns area.
Yeah, nice. You can tell they're a great looking fish, very healthy, great colour, good size.
Even though they've just come in, they look great. So
Yeah, look a treat.
we also have a nice medium-sized regal angel. Everyone wants the Red Sea guy. I reckon the Aussie guy is the way to go.
In Australia, when you had the opportunity to get Australian caught fish, it seems
Yep.
like a no-brainer.
Has just as much colour. They're tough. They're fat. They're feeding. So much less stress goes into them to get into your tank.
For sure. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the draw card to the Red Sea one is the colour on the bottom fin. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, so on the belly. So
Okay.
the Australian one has a bit of yellow on the belly and then it
Yep.
fades to white near the throat. The Red Sea one is quite a lot more yellow throughout.
Yep.
And then the standard sort of Indo is just pale white on the bottom.
Yeah, right. And your thoughts on chances of these being a coral eater?
It'll happen. It might be 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, but it'll happen.
100% chance it will happen.
100%.
It's just a matter of when, not if.
Yep. If a coral starts not doing so well, has a bit of die off, it'll have a taste. Once it's got a taste, it'll just continue on.
Bloodlust has kicked in. Yeah,
Yep.
fair enough. You got nice orange shoulder tang in there with the juvenile colours as
Yeah,
well.
good size for juvenile coloration.
Yeah.
Got the
very nice.
flag fin with the blue lips.
Now, he's really nice. Now I know the flag fin, particularly with those bright blue lips. He is absolutely a coral eater. Yeah.
He's just going to destroy it.
But stunning looking fish. He's almost got like a bit of a gold speckle through him. Really pretty colours. I'll be sure to get DSLR footage of him.
We've got one of our many cleaner wrasse in this week. There's also a pair of bird nose. The male there is massive. So the male
Yeah.
is the green colour.
Yep.
Then the female's that two-tone sort of brown and grey.
And I believe these didn't come in as a pair. You already had the male, is that right?
We already had the male. We got the female in to pair them up. Don't usually have problems pairing them. Just takes a couple of days for them to settle.
Yeah. Well, the female's been in there for all of about 3.5 minutes now, so
Yeah.
she's just getting acquainted.
And while he's got some colour out, we've got the orange spotted foxface as well.
Yeah, nice. They normally have that black dot on the side as well?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
There are 3 or 4 variants or different fish that have orange spots.
Yep.
This is a proper orange spotted.
Okay.
So it's the bigger spots, the black dot, and that sort of silver foil blue base colour.
Nice.
One of Blake's silly purchases for the week, we've got 2 little orange spotted filefish.
Now, you say one of Blake's silly purchases. What makes these guys silly?
They're a coralivore. They need to eat coral polyps. They will eat pellets and other frozen food with enough time and attention.
Yep.
It's actually not hard for it, but they just wither away, don't do so well unless they have that coral polyp. So
it's,
need some sacrificial Monty or something in there.
it's not that they may eat coral, it's that they actually
They
need it
require
for their diet. That's okay, they're still a beautiful fish.
We've got a couple of humbug damsels. We've got a nice pair of barrier reef clowns, got that nice blue barring to them.
Yeah, beautiful.
Got a few little assorted Ocellaris clowns in at the moment.
Lovely.
Got the yellow and blue assessor. And I can't believe we still have a couple of old glories left. These guys have been here from a batch we got in probably a couple of months ago now.
Yes.
They are just the absolute janitor fish for a nano tank.
Perfect. They get along with everyone.
They're peaceful, they stay small, they do a little bit of sand sifting, a little bit of cyano, a little bit of hair algae. Like, they're basically a hermit crab in fish form.
Yep.
And for a relatively cheap fish, you've got plenty of colour. You've got the stripes, the spots, the yellow face.
For sure. If he was angel or tang sized with those markings and those colours, you would go for 4 figures at least, I'm sure.
Got another rabbit here. This one's the scribbled.
Yeah, I must admit, I do like this scribble. He's just
Nice
got a
little
really,
maze pattern.
yeah, really cool pattern to him.
Really big chorus rash just came in.
Yeah, he's feisty too. He's come in and hit the ground running. He's already parading around the tank claiming to own it.
You got the bicolour hog there.
Nice.
Down here we've got 2 massive foxface. We've also got the Forces hawk. You don't see them too often.
Yep.
A couple of big blue tangs.
Now these foxies,
Yep.
it's not just that you've got a couple of foxies in.
They're a wild caught pair,
They're an
so they're a
actual-
mated pair.
Yeah, an actual
Yep.
pair of foxface. So, I mean, I guess divorce is a thing, but chances are they should get along pretty well in the tank
Yeah,
together.
definitely.
They've been together for some time, so they're
Yep.
going to continue to get along nicely.
I'll see if I can pull this little blue spotted grouper out. There we go.
There you go.
Those neon
You
blue
were
polka
very
dots.
tentative there. I don't normally see you so tentative with fish. This guy known to be a little bit of a biter.
He's a bit bitey, but I'm more worried about startling the foxface too much.
Yeah, fair call.
And then we've got nice chunky little Fimbriata eel. These are one of the more predatory style eels.
Quite an aggressive eel.
They are very aggressive and they'll eat fish that are way too big for them.
I believe this guy in this tank did eat a pretty large female
did.
clownfish as well. We didn't think it was possible.
It
We're
was
like, she's
the-
way too big.
It was actually a male, but it was a maroon and it was
That's right, it was a maroon, yeah.
half the size of a credit card. It was
Yeah, we didn't think it was possible, and then we lifted the pipe up to have a look, and she
Yeah.
had pretty much a
And he's fitting inside
clownfish,
a pipe that's the diameter of a penny, so
it was a full silhouette of a clown in her belly, so
basically got stuck trying to digest it for about a week.
definitely proof that it is a good fish eater.
Up here we have a few dwarf angels, so you got
Yeah.
the pearl scale,
Yes,
we got a woodheady, so
Nice,
the
nice.
black dot on the rear of the fin.
yep.
Absolute massive white-tailed pygmy angel.
Yeah, now these guys are normally a lot smaller than that, yeah? Hence
They're-
the name, they're normally pretty
That is
tiny.
probably the biggest one I've ever seen. It's massive. A couple of bicolour angels.
Yep.
Got a couple of little Australian bicolour blenny. So these are
Nice.
from Queensland. They had the nice big fork on them and the really yellow sort of back end.
Yeah, they've only just gone in, and the yellow's still already nicely present.
Got plenty of our little blue-eyed bristle-tooth tangs. These
Yep.
guys are just algae machines and they don't get big. They're pretty peaceful for a tang.
Yeah, and you guys run these in a lot of your coral tanks
Yeah,
as well.
we usually get them in matchbox or smaller, run them
Yep.
through the coral tanks until they get a bit big and swap them out.
Yep.
Get some new smaller ones in and replace them.
As you say, they're an affordable fish. They're
Yep.
for a tang, super peaceful,
Yep.
pretty hardy. Maybe not the most striking colour, but
Once they settle in, the neon blue of the eye and the freckles on the face isn't bad.
Yeah,
They're a
nice.
nice looking fish. We got the black leopard still.
yes.
and a couple of coral beauties up the top there.
Beautiful, beautiful. The coral beauties are quite small. That's probably the size that I'm used to seeing the pygmy in, but these are a bit bigger.
Got some chromis, a couple of Moorish idols that have been here for about a month now.
Yep.
Feeding really well. You can tell who's the boss. He keeps the other one in check.
For sure.
Nice little red leopard, coyote wrasse.
Yeah, tell me with the Moorish, Dave.
Yep.
You've got thoughts on Moorish idol. We get a lot of people coming in here wanting to add them into coral systems.
Yeah, so they're not coral safe. They will turn on coral. I've had plenty of them go into coral tanks, and 6 months later we're pulling them out because they're just destroying the thing.
Yep.
Once they get the taste, they get the taste. Again, another fish that we only get from Australia.
Yes.
The Australian ones, they're fine. They eat within 24 hours.
That's the big sort of misnomer around them. Everyone thinks the challenge with Moorish idols is getting them to eat.
And I think it started because around the world, and again, we don't buy the imported ones.
Yep.
By the time you get them into a fish shop and then get them home, they've
Yep.
been through multiple hands, multiple wholesalers, multiple shipping, and they're just stressed out of their nut. They're already skin and bone. They're not going to put weight on. So they're just off to a bad start. Whereas these guys eat straight away. They still have a very fast metabolism, so they do burn through food very quickly.
Right.
Find yourself a multivitamin supplement or similar that has a high Reefer content, and you'll help put weight on them a lot quicker as well.
But even if you get the food into them, it's still another one of those fish that it's a matter of when, not if, they're going to start ripping into your coral.
It'll eat coral. Yeah. 100% of the time.
Fair enough.
Coyote's trying to go to bed, we just have enough sand.
Yeah, the chromis are just buzzing around because it is after hours here and the red leopard's trying to get into bed.
We got a little baby female lineatus wrasse.
Yeah, right, nice.
Beautiful as a girl, but get even better with as a boy.
Beautiful.
And then the labooty down here, little hot rod.
Yeah, I do love the labooties. They've got
Pinstripes is
really nice
incredible.
colours on them, yeah.
And then another fish that you don't see too often, we've got the red speckled sand perch.
Beautiful.
The guy in the back there is not far off full size for this species.
Yes.
Not so safe with snails, but pretty much everything else they're fine with.
Beautiful, yeah. It's a fish that I've been pestering you for a little while to add
Yep.
to my tank. I've already got a sand perch, not a red speckled one though, so with fingers crossed that in my tank they're going to be
Enough
peaceful.
space, they'll get along.
I guess we'll find out in the next couple of weeks.
Blake's other silly purchase of the week, we've got some striped coral cats. They're beautiful, they're amazing, they get big, they get ugly, they get solitary. So they're great as juveniles, but they do become a bit problematic when they're 18 inches long.
How long are we talking? Are they a fast grower?
Relatively, you probably get 12 to 18 months before they're sort of starting to lose their colour and getting a bit ugly,
Okay, that's
a
pretty
bit
quick.
territorial.
That's pretty quick, 12 to 18 months. And sorry, did you say 18 inches?
They get a couple of foot long in the wild, but they
Wow.
become like brown and solitary. So
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
juvenile, you find them in massive shoals, but as they get older, they start to separate.
Yeah, they're schooling
Hang out
together
by themselves.
beautifully there right now, but yes, okay. So when they mature, big, ugly, solitary.
Yeah. Good for a predatory tank, something sort of filler for those guys.
Sure.
Got some orange striped cardinals, great
Yeah.
little schooling fish,
Gorgeous.
nice cheap one, mouth brooder. So if you've got a lot of coral and stuff, you could raise them in your tank.
Yeah, right.
We've got a couple of baby blue tangs, another coral beauty, and then there's a couple of female zebra angels at the back there.
That's nice. Now these are a reef safe angel.
Yeah, so these are a Genicanthus family.
Yep.
So there's like 4 or 5 affordable Genicanthus and a few that aren't.
Yes.
These are one of the more affordable guys, 150 for a female.
Yeah, right.
And they're a planktivore, so they're just eating from the water column. They're not actually grazing on things.
Interesting. I learn something every time you take me through the fish.
Yeah. We got some female Melanaris wrasse, so they have this sort of goldy orangey colour rather than the
it's
striking blue.
It's a different coloration, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Very interesting.
Some Cooperi, they're an Australian endemic. Great hardy anthea. You can have 1, you can have 100, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, right. They're
They
fine
are.
solitary.
Yep, and they're very food orientated, so
Yes.
they're basically a chromis in anthea form.
Nice.
If you have a look down here quickly, you got one of our existing ones. So you can't tell they're male or female just by looking at them, but when
Okay.
the male wants to breed, he changes completely. So
Yeah, right.
there's a male trying to herd up the female right now. So they go almost this pinky colour with that red heart.
He definitely has. Yeah, yeah. Super interesting.
And that might happen for 5 minutes a day as he's getting ready to go to bed.
It's funny, his tail keeps the full colours, but
Yep.
his body's paled out.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah, interesting.
Got a clown chorus here, got the freckles on the face, the sort of bicolour action, even though it's very front and back. There's no real colour there.
It's such a strange name. The chorus is one of the most most colourful fish out there.
Yep.
And the clown chorus, which you think would be even more colourful, is black and white.
Yep.
He stays that colour as he matures?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
And then we have the fully grown standard speckled sea perch.
Yep.
So they're absolute monsters. Not as colourful, but still pretty unique looking.
Still plenty of personality.
Definitely.
And what about this guy down here with the forked tail? He's
Yeah, tube lip. Another tricky to keep one. You've got to get the right foods into them. They can nip at things. They're a bit jumpy and they don't settle very easily, so you do need to put a bit of time into the first week or two to settle them.
okay.
And get them eating frozen food. Even though they're Australian caught, they're still a little bit finicky with the food for us, but they'll eat frozen pretty much straight away. But if someone shows them a bit too much attention, he'll go and hide in a rock and he won't come out.
Yeah, okay, right, right.
Stunning fish.
Stunning indeed. The colours on him are next level.
We've got our invert system, we've got plenty of caulerpa, we've got heaps of keto and caulerpa at the back as well. So if you're looking for some, you can't see it, we've got heaps out the back.
Nice.
Got some nice bubble tips of various sort of
Yeah,
types.
and a nice premium
It's a
rose
really
in there.
nice rose in there. He's got some yellow through him, but you just can't see him just yet. And there's a standard rose all the way underneath the green one at the back. We've got some jumbo trocus for $5, a couple
Beautiful.
of different cowries.
Very nice.
We got the sea hare chasing the abalone.
Got all sorts going on in here. Yeah, we
Yep.
got sea hares everywhere. There's abalones. There's urchins.
It's quite a unique sort of pinky mauvey coloured crisper anemone.
Yeah, that's really odd. I was
different.
looking at that before, and it was sort of closed up a little bit, like it had eaten something.
It's getting better as it settles, so I'm excited to see how it looks tomorrow.
You've got an army of nas in there as well.
There's about 400 nas in there right now. We've got the spider strombus.
Beautiful. Still got the
Not
big,
much. Yeah, the big guy's still there.
big frogfish.
Up here, we've got some just assorted hermit crabs. Pain in
Hermit's
the butt.
something you don't normally have here at Deer Park, but you've got a few in at the moment.
Yeah, people want hermits because it's what you're told on the internet that you need, but hermits kill snails for sport, for food, for their shell.
Yep.
As you can see, there's quite a few different types of shell in there. And the variety of snails you get are going to do a much, much better overall job. So stick to the snails, put a couple of hermit crabs in the sump or something if you need to, but
Sure.
yeah, not for me.
Not the best to mix snails and hermits. If you're going to go hermits, you've got to kind of go just
hermits.
And maybe if you've got a tank where some fish are picking on snails, they're probably still going to pick on hermits anyway.
Most
but
likely, yep.
maybe they won't. You could try it, I guess.
We've got plenty of the little red stars,
Beautiful.
some oranges, some sand anemone.
Oh, nice, nice.
There's
Now,
some-
I'm guessing from the name, sand anemone, these
Yep.
guys stay on the sand.
Typically keep their foot in the sand. They'll still go for a wander if they want to, though.
Right.
There is some peppermint shrimp hiding in there, and we've also got some biscuits.
Everyone loves a biscuit.
Everyone loves the biscuits, so we've got the sort of standard smallish size.
Yes.
And then we got the nice big jumbo.
Oh, wow, that is a big biscuit.
We've also got plenty of the blue stars in stock at the moment as well.
Very nice.
There's a black brittle star.
Beautiful.
Back onto the fish.
Yes.
Down here we've got a nice golden rhomboid.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to get some footage of this guy with the proper camera so you can really see the colours, because it's a pretty spectacular wrasse.
A couple of mimic tangs. We've got a little flame angel there.
Very nice.
We've got an absolute massive mimic tang here. He's in the adult colour, so you get that real bright orange splash near the gills there.
Beautiful fish.
There's a lavender. We've got a couple of adult coloured orange shoulders. You got the long nose. There's a humphead bannerfish.
Yeah, tell me about the humphead bannerfish, because I've never seen one of these before. What an odd looking unit. I'm
Yeah.
assuming being a bannerfish, he's of a butterfly sort of species.
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, not coral safe,
Yep.
just like butterflies, but treat him like a butterfly, just that different shape. And you see it looks like he's had a chunk taken out of his head,
Yeah.
but that is normal. That's where the name comes from.
It's like, yeah, he's got a big indent there, like
Yep.
got hit with a bowling ball.
Obviously just travelled, so that top fin has been taken off. That will grow back over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, they grow back pretty quick.
Over here we have an absolute unit of a dragon wrasse. So these start off, the juveniles have really long sort of frilly bits in the dorsal fin.
Yep.
And they lose that as they get older. Kind
Still
of like
has
an
that
arowana for a saltwater tank.
crazy pattern to him.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Now, I believe these guys are absolute rock movers, yeah? They love to
Yeah.
burrow and...
Their nickname's the rock moving fish. They estimate that an adult, which is this guy here, could probably move a 5 kilo rock around.
Oh, okay.
So they've got these big teeth and the jaw just locks on and then they just move their body weight.
Wow.
thrash
Well,
around to drag things around.
I'm glad to say I got the task of moving this guy from one tank to another tank.
And he played nice.
I was a little nervous that he was going to try and move me, but
Yeah.
he just was the most willing patient
I
I've ever
reckon.
seen. He just laid in the net and said, "You can take me now."
I'll catch him for someone and I'll get a shower.
I was expecting that much.
Yep. We've got a little sook of an orange line trigger here. He's absolutely huge.
Massive. He's just freaked
Yep.
out a little bit now with the camera, but when
Yeah.
he first went in the tank, he was parading around.
Again, all the fish have just gone in, so they're all a bit stressed from the bag, moving environments. We also dose hydrogen peroxide on arrival, so that's going to give them a bit of a sheen to them as well.
Yep.
And some other things just for disease control.
Of
So
course.
the tanks are also a bit cloudy from all of that.
But he is a beast of a unit. Now, obviously, a trigger that size is a predator
Yeah.
style
Definitely.
fish. He's obviously not coral safe, but he's not even safe
No.
with a lot of other fish.
Other fish, even fingers. We've got another big dragon wrasse, and then we've got the black beauty snapper. So absolute stunning little fish right now, but he's going to get 2, 3, 4 foot long eventually.
Wow.
Need an absolute massive tank. So
And the coloration change as he gets
colour
bigger?
changes completely. He goes to like a grey colour with darker grey spots.
Yeah, right.
There's a little red tooth in the back there as well. On the next tank, we've got some big Australian stripies. We've got
Nice.
the little Heraldi angels, so no black spot.
Yep.
We've got the lime wrasse, and there's a bit of a harem happening with the blue jaws. We've got 4 females and 1 male in there.
Yeah, and they seem to be gelling pretty well.
They're doing well. There's no arguing, no fighting, so it's good.
Yeah. And the male obviously is the guy with the blue,
blue
jaw,
jaw,
and
yep.
the yellow line, and
Yep.
then the females.
Have that sort of darker colour in the grey.
Yep. Do
Bit
the
of red in the
females
tail.
stay smaller, or are they just smaller in this instance?
A little bit smaller, maybe an
Okay.
inch.
Yeah, right.
Got some more captive bred swallowtail chromis, some nice pyramid butterflies, another spotted rabbitfish.
Lovely.
They got the little red floral Mary up there as well.
He's another one of these guys that's big angry dude, yeah?
No, he's got the shape to him. I wouldn't trust him around inverts, but he's fine with everything else.
Yeah, right, okay.
He'd take your snails and your shrimp pretty quick though.
And the swallowtail chromis, you mentioned captive bred.
Captive bred, yep.
That's something I didn't know anywhere in the world with captive breeding chromis. I know chromis always want to breed in people's
Yep.
tanks because they're always stripping out SPS to lay
Yep.
things down. Someone's managed to get these guys breeding in
Saw
captivity.
them on a coral list one day and asked them if they were actually captive bred, and yeah, they were.
Yeah, crazy.
Awesome.
The hobby evolves.
Yep. The next tank, we've got a heap of Australian Disparanthia, so the more lighter sort of peachy colour.
Yep.
We've got a couple of males in there showing off. He's flaring up right now. He's got his helmet on
Yeah,
and
doesn't he? Look at that.
showing off some colour because it's getting close to bedtime.
Close to bedtime and he's surrounded by females, so
Yep.
he's making his move.
So a lot of Anthea, you do want to have a lot more female to male because the males will herd them up at night.
Yep.
And if they get 3 or 4, they're pretty happy. If they get 1 or 2 and the other male has 1 or 2, they'll start fighting over it. So getting a bit more of a mix in there is good.
Key.
We got the most obese Spanish hog.
You see obese, but he's tiny at the moment. He gets considerably bigger, yeah?
Yeah, and just the gut on him is just ridiculous. A couple of banana wrasse going to bed because it's getting late at the moment. And the pencil wrasse has no colour at the moment just because all the new fish, but he's a pretty cool one as well.
Very nice.
Another flagfin angel. We got the unicorn tang at the back there.
Yeah, so these guys, obviously he grows that little bump on their head.
Yeah, it gets a
inside.
little nose and again, probably 1.5 to 2 foot long eventually.
It's big. Yeah. But a cool fish nonetheless. I
Yeah,
love
definitely.
the spots on
Blue
them.
freckles.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Got a nice, again, fat and healthy lawnmower blenny.
He's,
You can't put both fins on the glass at once.
he's struggling
Yep.
to move. He's pretty chonky.
There's another flame angel in there, and then we've got this guy, the African angel. So another
Yeah.
super duper rare one. It's in the larger sort of Pomacantherus family of
Okay.
angels. Changes a bit in colour, but not as drastically as most of the angels do. So,
Okay. And when you say gets big, what sort of size? We're talking a foot?
again, in captivity, they're not going to get massive in comparison, but in
Right.
the wild, you're talking sort of 12, 16, maybe 18 inches.
Okay.
In captivity, yeah, it'd fill a bucket eventually.
It's the technical measurement.
Everyone knows how big a bucket is.
This is true.
Down here we have a normal-sized pygmy angel down the back there, next to
Oh,
a really
yeah,
small
wow.
butterfly. And there's
That's that black speck back there that the camera
Yep.
cannot focus on. He's
there's
tiny.
sunburst anthea hiding in the corner. Then we've got a little baby Atlantic blue who, when we first got him, his older friend beat him to within an inch of his life. And
Yeah, he was the tassel-finned Atlantic blue there for a little bit. He was tore up pretty bad, but
got a little bit to go on the tail now, and you'll be
well. What has it
like
been?
nothing
a week?
happened.
He's settled in very nicely.
doing well,
His
yeah.
fins have come up good. He's even got a nice blue outline on the top fin there. He's active. He's quite enjoying his Vanderbilt Chromis tank mates there, and it's obviously healing up nicely.
We have some snowstorm clowns, followed by the black storm clowns.
Hang on a second.
Yep.
I've heard of storm clown
Yeah.
pairs. What denotes snowstorm? What makes these guys different?
There's more white.
Okay.
So the black storm should be as close to dairy cow-like as possible.
Okay. Yep.
And when you lose that grade, that quality, the next grade down, then it becomes the snowstorm.
Oh, so the snowstorms, I see, yeah, they're $100 a pair cheaper.
Yeah, so they're still a beautiful fish, but they're not as higher collectability as
the grade,
yeah,
the imaginary markings that we come up
exactly.
with. Yeah, still a beautiful fish.
Little Valentini puffer, and then
Lovely.
we got a striped tang, or a lined tang. He's in there because he wasn't doing so well. Now he's so fat that he can't swim properly.
He's gorgeous.
Those stripes really come out when he settles in as well.
Yeah,
I think
beautiful
there's another
fish.
sunburst anthea back there.
Very nice.
Then we've got the Aptasia farm. So these guys, so we put Aptasia in here deliberately to feed them, and they eat it really
Train them
well.
up. Very
But
nice.
at this size, Australian stripies are just amazing at killing Aptasia. One of those would do the job of 10 to 20 peppermints in a tenth of the time. So
Yeah, stunning.
they do unfortunately get big and start nipping at coral when they get older, but we consider them a temporary sort of fix for Aptasia. Then we get some filefish or some peppermints in there to keep it down long term.
Yep.
And then last of all, we have a snowflake pair. So they have more orange in them and traditionally had a bit more of a snowflake kind of texture to them, but these have got a lot more white. And we got the canary fang blenny there as well.
Yeah, beautiful. So you had another fang blenny in a week or two ago, which was the sort of white and black line.
Pretty sure he's still there. He's just hiding him with the assessors.
Yeah, okay.
He's just tiny. This guy's got some size so you can
guy's
actually see him.
much bigger and his colours are a bit more vibrant. So he's still not an expensive fish. Comes in at $80. So I would have thought they would have cost more.
Yep. And for today, that's it. We're still expecting another big shipment in tomorrow, but I think we've got plenty for now.
Even more to come.
Even
which
more to
is
come.
Crazy. Blake's
Yep.
still here. You see the tank lights are turning off. Should
Yeah,
be
it's
headed
getting
home, but it's been a busy day unboxing here, and I can imagine you're going to be pretty slammed all weekend with customers
Yep.
coming in to see all of these incredible corals and fish. You must be prepared for that.
Nope, but it'll be what it'll be. Yep.
Well,
Saturdays are always a bit manic, but it's part of the fun.
good stuff. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to take us through the delivery. I know it's been a long day already, and then I chuck a microphone on you and wave a camera in your face and get you to tell us all about this stock. But everyone at home watching this video appreciates it, as do I, so thank you.
No worries, thank you.
And just quickly, when you thought it was all done, Blake sends me some footage of yet another fish delivery in with some super cool little nano predator fish, including this Fu Manchu here, which is a fish we have been waiting to get in store for quite some time, rolling onto another dwarf style lionfish. This one I think is a radiata. I'll have to check on in-store myself on Saturday, which will be super good fun. And then the cutest little small gold flake eel that you've seen. Snowflake eel, I apologize, but a tiny cute little eel nonetheless. So even more stock coming in at Deer Park Aquarium.
Alright guys, there you have it. That is the full tour of all of the brand new marine stock at my local fish shop, Deer Park Aquarium. And let me tell you, if you are remotely in, I was going to say the Melbourne area, but if you're in Victoria, do yourself a favor and head on in store this weekend, because there is a huge overflow of both coral and fish. And there is also a decent amount of work happening on the freshwater side of the store, where they've got brand new freshwater tanks getting set up one by one, which is exciting to see, and a whole new range of freshwater goods coming there as well. Now, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. It's something that I absolutely love in this hobby. I love getting there and getting that excitement of seeing what gets pulled out of the box next. I hope I've been able to share that excitement with you guys here. I understand it's not quite the same via the screen, but it is still something that I really want to try and share that excitement of. So if you have any questions, comments, feedback, anything like that at all, please feel free to let me know in the comments section down below.
I do personally reply to each and every comment there, and I want to make sure that I'm bringing the best content possible for you guys at home. I should also point out I'm currently working on, I'm spinning many plates at the moment, some incredible videos to come over the next few weeks, including a tank tour with some slightly different livestock to what we normally see, an incredible evolution of this hobby into some reef DNA testing. Stay tuned for that. That's something that I've never thought I'd be getting involved with on this hobby. And then last but absolutely not least, potentially out next weekend, could be some work on a phytoplankton reactor, another area where I never thought I'd get involved. And here I am culturing my very own phytoplankton right here in my home and using a kit that makes it possible for anyone to do so. So all of these videos and more are to come right here on Parker's Reef. If you're yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. It takes 2 seconds of your time, costs no money whatsoever. There is a subscribe button in the bottom corner down there. We're approaching 35,000 subscribers, and I think that's a pretty cool milestone to hit because, well, it's a bit of an arbitrary number, but it really does humble me on how awesome it is. We have so many people all across the world following our reefing adventures, which is lots of fun. Now, before I wrap things up, I have to give a massive shout out to each and every one of these names on screen here. These are my channel members who do chip in a couple of dollars each and every month to make it possible for me to get out and about and film these videos and share them with you right here on YouTube for free. Absolutely no charge whatsoever. These guys make it possible. So a huge round of applause to each and every one of them. Thank you so much. I have nothing else to say other than I look forward to seeing you this weekend. Be sure to head on into Deer Park Aquarium. I'll be there personally myself on Saturday, as I am every Saturday. I look forward to bagging up some of these beautiful new fish and corals for you. Till then, guys, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, bye. All right, Blake, perhaps while Dave is off doing yet another...
Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, now I'm ready.
All right. Cool, lift something cool out.
Landing. You got sand to it?
Damn. Oh, right when I got the video on you.
You jinxed it, mate.
At least he didn't jump out and land on the floor.
Look out the bag, man.
Bag is home. I will. I was like filming it and every second that goes past I'm like, no, we won't use that.
All right, Sam, you want to go through the car?
I'll kick you off.